Okay, good morning, grade 9s. Mr. Thompson here. I'd like to go over this QuickLab, page 279. It's on electrical current. We want to observe the characteristics of electrical current, and we've got some steps in the procedure here that we need to do, right? So we want to use any materials provided, make one light bulb light up, then using the dry cell, one bulb, one wire, make one light bulb light up. Using any of the materials, we can make two light bulbs light up, and then step 4, make two light bulbs light up so that when you unhook one bulb, the other one goes out. And step 5, make two light bulbs light up so that when you unhook one bulb, the other one stays on. We've got a couple questions here, drawing the setup for each one, and then writing captions that explain what happened to the electricity in each step. Alright, so I'm going to the site that I directed you to. We'll get a dry cell out here, and let's use some of the wire. So we'll connect it to a bulb, and then the wire back to the battery. And notice, see the electricity, electrons here, it's shown up top here. Electrons are moving from this negative terminal through the light bulb and ending up in the positive terminal. Okay, so I've achieved the first step here. Now let's take a look at step 2. Now I just want to use one wire, so why don't I just disconnect it right there. Disconnect it here, and then just connect these two together. One wire, one bulb, one dry cell. Get that out of there, and it works just fine. Alright, step 3, I want to have two light bulbs light up. So let's go ahead and cut this connection here, and now let's just get another wire out. Put another bulb in here, and then let's connect that here. Now we have the electrons moving a little slower here through this, but both bulbs are lit up. Not as much as they were before, though. We can call it a series circuit. Now, of course, if I disconnect one, maybe both of them will go out. Then I've achieved this step right here. So I did this, step 3, and now step 4. Oh, is it set up for that? I think it is. So let's disconnect that. Both go out. So that would be our setup for step 4. Now step 5, what we want to do here is we want to make sure we have one bulb disconnected and the other one should stay on. Well, that's not the setup for that, so let's just clear this off and start from scratch again. Okay, so now what I want to try and do is I want to try and have two separate paths for the electricity. Okay, so I'm going to have one step here. I want to notice something here. Okay, so this is going in through the bulb here and around and then coming out. Okay, so what I can do maybe is I can connect it right here and say, well, maybe it shouldn't go through that bulb and it can go somewhere else. And so maybe setting it up like this. Okay, now it can go through there just fine, and this one's not lit up and that one is. So what if I just connect this back here to the dry cell, and now both are going? And as you could see before, right, if I disconnect one, will the other one stay on? Well, maybe I'll disconnect this one right here. Yeah. Alright, so then my diagrams here, let's take a look at those, should end up being kind of like this. So question 6, this is kind of how I set up the first one. And then the second part in the procedure. 3 and 4 were kind of together, they were similar. And then 5, I set this one up, I put them both on this side, but it wasn't very easy in that little applet to do that. So I set them up both on one side, and I did show the direction of the electron flow, so flow of electric charge. Okay. I labeled the negative terminal and positive terminal in the caption, and so that's really what question 7's asking about. But I didn't do that for each of the diagrams. I thought maybe just the final one there, which was the most complex, would be the best one to show you. So I wrote down electricity involves the movement of negative charges called electrons. In each of the diagrams, these electrons move from the negative terminal to the positive terminal, and see diagram 5 above. Now I could do that for each one. I don't know if that really adds much more to it. Okay, thank you for watching my video on this QuickLab. And we'll take a look here at getting that check and reflect done for me, please. Okay, and it was on page 283, questions 1 to 9. Like my little humor here? I hope so. All right, we'll talk to you again. Thank you.